IELTS Speaking Part 2. Describe place. A country. You would like to visit. IELTS Speaking Part 2. Describe place. Struggling to describe place in IELTS? V2T English will help you overcome this obstacle. Master Band 9 answers with ease. Powerful vocabulary and natural phrases. Band 9 tips plus full vocabulary breakdown. Cue card. Describe a country you would like to visit. You should say which country it is, what you already know about this country, when you want to visit this country, and explain why you want to visit this country. Time allocation. Total time, 2 minutes, 120 seconds. 1. Introduction, 0 to 15 seconds. 2. Which country it is, 15 to 35 seconds. 3. What you already know about this country, 35 to 60 seconds. 4. When you want to visit this country, 60 to 95 seconds. 5. Why you want to visit this country, 95 to 115 seconds. 6. Conclusion, 115 to 120 seconds. Guided structure. 1. Introduction, 0 to 15 seconds. Suggested ideas plus academic vocabulary / collocations. Exploring foreign cultures can significantly broaden one's global perspective. Cross-cultural exposure, global mindset, international outlook. Traveling allows people to gain insights into diverse traditions and customs. Cultural immersion, heritage exploration, socio-cultural appreciation. I'd like to describe a country I've always dreamed of visiting. Aspirational destination, lifelong dream, travel aspiration. Example: I've always believed that cultural immersion is key to cultivating a global mindset. And today, I'd like to describe an aspirational destination, Japan, that has long captured my interest due to its profound heritage and modern sophistication. 2. Which country it is, 15 to 35 seconds. Suggested ideas plus academic vocabulary / collocations. Japan is located in East Asia and is known for its harmony between tradition and innovation. Technological prowess, ancient heritage, socio-cultural duality. The country is famous for its unique culture and societal structure. Hierarchical society, collective identity, cultural nuance. It has earned global admiration for balancing historical preservation with progress. Cultural continuity, historical reverence, modern integration. Example: the country I want to visit is Japan, a place where technological prowess coexists with ancient heritage. This socio-cultural duality is what makes it so compelling, as it manages to maintain cultural continuity while embracing modernity. 3. What you already know about this country, 35 to 60 seconds. Suggested ideas plus academic vocabulary / collocations. I've learned that Japan upholds centuries-old traditions, such as tea ceremonies and kabuki theater, ritualistic practices, performing arts, cultural preservation. Japanese cuisine emphasizes precision, balance, and aesthetic presentation. Gastronomic artistry, culinary tradition, refined palate. Their society is deeply rooted in values like respect, harmony, and discipline. Social etiquette, collectivist values, moral framework. Example, from documentaries and books, I've discovered that Japan is steeped in ritualistic practices like the tea ceremony and no theater, and that its gastronomic artistry reflects a culture deeply grounded in collectivist values and harmonious living. 4. When you want to visit this country, 60 to 95 seconds. Suggested ideas plus academic vocabulary / collocations. I would love to visit during the cherry blossom season in spring. Seasonal spectacle, floral bloom, cultural symbolism. This period symbolizes renewal and is celebrated with festivals and gatherings. Hanami tradition, symbolic rebirth, seasonal celebration. The climate is mild, making it ideal for sightseeing and outdoor activities. Temperate weather, scenic exploration, nature appreciation. Example, ideally, I'd visit Japan in the springtime during the cherry blossom season, a seasonal spectacle that embodies symbolic rebirth in Japanese culture. This would not only allow me to witness breathtaking floral scenery, but also participate in Hanami celebrations with locals. 5. Why you want to visit this country, 95 to 115 seconds. Suggested ideas plus academic vocabulary / collocations. I admire Japan's seamless integration of the past and present. Architectural fusion, temporal balance, cultural juxtaposition. The country exemplifies order, cleanliness, and deep civic responsibility. Urban discipline, societal order, ethical governance. I believe experiencing Japan firsthand would enrich my worldview. Intellectual enrichment, broadened horizons, experiential learning. Example, what draws me most is Japan's architectural fusion of historical temples and modern skyscrapers, reflecting a remarkable temporal balance. Moreover, its urban discipline and sense of civic responsibility resonate with a kind of structured society I admire and hope to understand more deeply. 6. Conclusion, 115 to 120 seconds. Suggested ideas plus academic vocabulary / collocations. Japan offers a unique blend of aesthetics, values, and innovation. Cultural synthesis, national identity, aesthetic harmony. Visiting, it would be both enlightening and fulfilling. Transformative journey, cultural awakening, personal milestone. It remains at the top of my travel bucket list. Aspirational itinerary, top destination, future endeavor. Example, in conclusion, I consider Japan to be the epitome of cultural synthesis and aesthetic harmony, and visiting it would be a transformative journey that satisfies both my intellectual curiosity and emotional aspirations. IELTS Speaking Part 2. Describe place. Subscribe. If you want more. Band 9 Model. Answers and strategies. Sample answer. I'd love to talk about a nation that exemplifies the harmony of cultural depth and modern excellence. It's a place I've long envisioned experiencing, not merely for its physical beauty, but for the intellectual resonance it carries. For me, it represents the intersection of aesthetic sophistication and philosophical heritage. The country I have in mind is Japan, a unique archipelago nestled in East Asia with a legendary global profile that known for its dichotomy of tradition and progress. Japan is an emblem of resilience and meticulous craftsmanship. Its deep-rooted reverence for ancestry, balanced with avant-garde innovation, makes it my dream destination. From various documentaries, I've discovered that Japan places enormous emphasis on ceremonial elegance, such as tea rituals and calligraphy. It's also renowned for gastronomic precision, where even the simplest dish is elevated through mindful preparation and visual appeal. Moreover, its people maintain a culture of communal discipline and refined etiquette that governs daily interactions. Ideally, I'd like to explore Japan during the Hanami period, when cherry blossoms drape the landscape in a fleeting display of pink and white. This season offers a metaphorical rebirth, capturing both beauty and the transient nature of life, which deeply appeals to me. Besides, the tempered breeze and mild sunshine during this time make it ideal for long strolls, temple visits, and scenic reflection. What draws me most is Japan's architectural dialogue between ancient pagodas and ultramodern design, a literal coexistence of eras. I'm also fascinated by its civic orderliness, where public spaces reflect collective care and mutual respect. Above all, I believe such a journey would be a profound exercise in cognitive expansion, reshaping how I engage with culture and environment alike. In short, Japan remains at the forefront of my aspirational travel list, not just as a vacation spot, but as a site of emotional and intellectual growth. That visiting it would mark a personal milestone, one that aligns with my lifelong pursuit of meaning through discovery. Bonus tips to speak better. 1. Give deep, specific cultural or environmental details. Avoid broad generalizations. Mention unique, meaningful attributes that highlight your fascination. Example: what captivates me is Japan's seamless integration of ancient Shinto rituals into daily life, such as forest bathing and temple purification, which reflect an inherent reverence for nature and spiritual clarity. 2. Explain how visiting would influence your worldview. Don't just express desire. Connect it to intellectual curiosity or ethical development. Example: spending time in Japan would sharpen my intercultural sensitivity, allowing me to explore how intentional living and environmental mindfulness can coexist in a hypermodern society. 3. Relate the country's identity to your personal passions. Make your choice of country sound intentional by linking it to your interests. Example: as an admirer of sustainable urban planning, I'm eager to witness Tokyo's transit-first infrastructure and compact design, which reimagines how densely populated cities can operate with minimal ecological disruption. What to avoid? 1. Avoid vague or overused language. Don't, "I want to go to Japan because it's beautiful and interesting." Do, "Japan's cultural dichotomy, where centuries-old shrines stand adjacent to AI-driven skyscrapers, offers a rare lens through which I can observe the intersection of legacy and innovation." 2. Don't repeat words like visit or want. Don't, "I want to visit Japan because I want to try the food and visit the temples." Do, My aspiration to immerse myself in Japan stems from a desire to engage firsthand with its culinary philosophy and spiritual architecture, both of which convey an ethos of balance and beauty. 3. Don't focus only on tourist attractions. I want to go there to see Mount Fuji and eat sushi. Beyond iconic landmarks, I'm drawn to Japan's deep-rooted commitment to harmony between human life and natural landscapes, exemplified by the preservation of sacred forests surrounding historic sites. 50. Academic collocations. Initiate large-scale projects. Start projects that involve many people or have a wide impact. Mobilize local communities. Encourage local groups to take action together. Promote environmental literacy. Teach people about environmental issues and how to protect nature. Foster civic responsibility. Encourage people to feel responsible for their community and actions. Advocate for sustainable practices. Support habits that are good for the environment in the long term. Establish ecological infrastructure. Build systems or structures that support environmental protection. Raise public awareness. Make more people understand an important issue or topic. Drive policy reforms. Influence changes in rules or laws for better outcomes. Engage in grassroots activism. Participate in local efforts to make social or environmental change. Empower local citizens. Give people in the community the knowledge and power to make change. Create sustainable solutions. Develop long-lasting methods to address problems. Foster environmental stewardship. Encourage responsible management of natural resources. Conduct environmental outreach. Reach out to communities to raise awareness about environmental issues. Integrate climate consciousness. Include awareness of climate issues in day-to-day life and actions. Transform waste management. Change how waste is dealt with to be more sustainable and effective. Champion green initiatives. Support or lead programs or actions that focus on the environment. Encourage low-carbon living. Promote habits that produce fewer carbon emissions. Build civic partnerships. Create working relationships between local government and citizens. Drive environmental change. Push for positive transformation in the way we interact with the planet. Implement recycling programs. Start systems that encourage recycling materials. Protect biodiversity. Take steps to ensure that plant and animal life remains diverse and healthy. Support eco-conscious decisions. Encourage choices that are mindful of environmental impact. Lead conservation efforts. Guide actions focused on saving natural resources. Invest in renewable energy. Put money into energy sources that do not deplete the environment. Organize cleanup campaigns. Arrange events where people gather to clean up local areas. Preserve natural habitats. Take steps to keep natural living spaces intact and healthy. Reduce environmental footprint. Decrease the amount of damage our activities cause to nature. Implement plastic-free policies. Enforce rules that reduce or eliminate the use of plastic. Promote waste reduction strategies. Encourage methods to decrease the amount of waste produced. Advocate for greener policies. Support rules or laws that focus on improving the environment. Develop green infrastructure design and build urban areas or systems that are environmentally friendly. Encourage sustainable development. Promote growth that meets the needs of the present without harming future generations. Support eco-friendly technologies. Encourage the use of technologies that help protect the environment. Foster a culture of sustainability. Create a mindset or atmosphere that values and supports sustainable practices. Promote sustainable agriculture. Support farming methods that are good for the environment and society. Make green spaces more accessible. Ensure that parks or nature areas are easy for people to visit. Increase environmental advocacy. Raise efforts to actively support environmental protection. Encourage carbon-neutral lifestyles. Promote living habits that do not contribute to carbon emissions. Increase green awareness. Help more people understand the importance of protecting the environment. Advocate for environmental reforms. Push for changes in policy that benefit nature and sustainability. Educate the public on sustainability. Teach people about sustainable practices and their benefits. Support renewable resources. Encourage the use of resources that can be replenished naturally, like wind and solar. Inspire environmental activism. Motivate others to take action for the environment. Encourage community engagement. Inspire people in a community to get involved in collective actions. Foster eco-conscious behavior. Promote habits and attitudes that consider the environment's well-being. Advocate for climate change awareness. Support efforts to make people more aware of climate issues and solutions. Promote nature conservation. Support efforts to protect natural resources and wildlife. Empower individuals to take action. Give people the confidence and knowledge to make a difference for the environment. Support global environmental initiatives. Back efforts that focus on environmental issues worldwide. Mobilize for sustainability. Encourage collective action toward long-term environmental goals. Band 9 Evaluation 1. Fluency and coherence. Band 9. Why? The speaker maintains an effortlessly smooth flow throughout the response, with each section following a logically connected progression. Strategic use of linking devices. Like, what intrigues me most is that equally captivating is, and all in all, provides a seamless and elegant transition between ideas. Coherence. Every segment directly builds upon the previous, maintaining strict relevance to the topic. The ideas are elaborated in detail, without redundancy or hesitation, and the speaker maintains a cohesive thread from start to finish. Band 9 descriptors met. Speaks fluently with no noticeable hesitation. Develops responses coherently and in depth. 2. Lexical resource. Band 9. Why? The vocabulary is not only advanced, but also thematically precise and context-rich. Phrases such as veneration for harmony and ritual, aesthetic duality between minimalism and exuberance, infrastructural innovation that blends seamlessly with tradition, demonstrate an exceptional command of high-level, topic-specific language. The speaker also uses vivid and intellectual collocations like spiritual architecture, philosophical alignment, and environmental consciousness embedded in city design, all naturally and meaningfully integrated. Band 9 descriptors met. Wide range of precise and topic-relevant vocabulary. Natural use of less common lexical items and collocations. Virtually no repetition or inappropriate word choice. 3. Grammatical range and accuracy, Band 9. Why? The speaker skillfully employs various complex sentence structures, such as relative clauses, Japan, which masterfully balances ultra-modern innovation with time-honored traditions. Inversion for emphasis. Rarely does one find such a seamless marriage of old and new. Conditionals. If I were to explore Japan, I believe I would emerge with a deeper appreciation for cultural continuity. Passive voice, parallel structures, and nominalization are also present, reflecting mastery over both formal and conversational grammar. No grammatical errors appear, and sentence types are varied appropriately for emphasis and rhythm. Band 9 descriptors met. Uses a full range of grammatical structures naturally and accurately. No noticeable errors in tense, agreement, or sentence complexity. 4. Pronunciation, Band 9. Why? Though no audio is provided, the thoughtful pacing, natural sentence breaks, and intelligent use of punctuation cues suggest confident, articulate delivery. Phrases like philosophical alignment, aesthetic minimalism, and intercultural sensitivity would require careful articulation and are likely pronounced with accuracy and control. Stress would naturally fall on content-heavy words, while intonation likely rises and falls with emotional or descriptive weight, making the delivery compelling and easy to follow. Band 9 descriptors met. Wide range of pronunciation features used effectively. Intonation and stress reflect meaning and structure. Fully intelligible, with no strain on the listener. IELTS Speaking Part 2. Describe place. That's the end of today's Band 9 sample. If you found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more daily Band 9 answers.